Okay, perhaps the hardest topic or hardest kind of integration by parts question is when you have product of exponential, and trig. So let me show it by example. Example 1, integral of, say, e to the 3x times cosine 2x dx. According to Liège, which one should we integrate? Exponential, right? Exponential is in the far right. It's the e in Liège. E is in the far right, so this should be integrated. What's the integral of e to the 3x? 1/3 e to the 3x minus whatever you integrated, you keep it. You don't change. And for the other one, you should differentiate. What's the derivative of cosine 2x? Negative 2 sine 2x, right? Yeah. Where derivative of 2x creates this 2. Right? And derivative of cosine gives you negative sine. All right, let's simplify this one. What?
Are we like gridlocked in?
Oh, okay, you're already seeing a disaster. We'll get there, okay? You're ahead of me. So, okay, negative 2 times negative 1/3 is plus 2/3, right? Negative times negative is positive. And you really want to pull out these constants in front of the integral so that it's easier to integrate. Okay, so we still have a product of two functions. And again, e is on the far right, so exponential function should be the one that we integrate. 1/3 e to the 3x cosine 2x plus 2/3. If we integrate, this is 1/3 e to the 3x sine 2x minus whatever you integrated, it goes inside the integral unchanged. The one that you didn't integrate, you have to differentiate. What's the derivative of sine 2x? 2 cosine 2x dx. Okay. Let's simplify again. So this is going to be 1/3 e to the 3x cosine 2x. 1/3 times 2/3 is 2/9 e to the 3x sine 2x. And then 2 times 1/3 is 2/3 times 2/3, so that's 4/9. And there's a minus sign, so it's minus 4/9 integral of e to the 3x cosine 2x dx. Okay. Now, what's happening here?
We're stuck.
Why do you say we're stuck?
Because we just keep, well, you take the derivative of e to the 1/3 x, you're just going to get the same thing again, e to the x.
Yeah, so you see that it just repeats, right? You do it, always you're going to have products of two functions. You never end up having just a single function when you can easily integrate, right? So it just seems to repeat. You're going in circles because if you think about it, this was our original question, and our answer contains the question. If that happens, we're running in circles. So you should realize that this is going to be a futile thing to keep going. Just like how Calc 2 is futile to us, right? It's really, yeah. But no, if there's a lesson learned from this question is that you should never give up. Okay, so don't give up. But that doesn't mean that you should do this forever. It's insanity to just keep doing what doesn't work. Okay. Just to stare at this for a moment and see if there is any other way out. And in fact there is. So what you want to see it is, imagine that this integral is some function. So let's call this capital F of x. I mean, it has some antiderivative, right? So we just call it, give it a name. Okay? Then, once you name it, you understand that what you have in front of you is actually an equation for this function. Right? 1/3 e to the 3x. Oh, by the way, let's simplify this by factoring out 1/9 of e to the 3x. 1/9 of e to the 3x. And you have, okay, so if I factor 3/9, and if I factor 1/9 of e to 3x, what's left? So rewrite this as 3/9. There's 1/9 times e to the 3x. If that's yanked away, what's left?
2x cosine 2x.
3 cosine 2x plus 2.
3 cosine 2x is left, right? And then over here, if I yank out the 9 and e to the 3x, if that's taken away, what's left?
2 sine 2x.
2 sine 2x. Right? That's how you factor, right? Factoring is like you have a group of friends and then somebody says, you, out, right? And that's what's left. Yeah. That's factoring. Right? Okay, and then you have minus 4/9 times what? What did we decide to call this? Isn't that an equation for f of x, right? So we solve it. Okay, so how do we solve it? Well, I don't like fractions, so let's get rid of 9 in the denominator. How do you do that? Yeah?
You can multiply everything.
Multiply everything by 9. So you have 9 f of x equals to e to the 3x, 3 cosine 2x plus 2 sine 2x minus 4 f of x. Okay, we're trying to solve for f of x, so what should we do? What's the next step? This one here should be going that way, right? What happens? What do you get on this side then?
5. Wait,
No, negative 4 becomes positive 4, right? So it's not
13.
5, it's what?
13.
13 f of x. What we're doing is we're adding 4 f of x both sides. So we get this. So what is our function? You divide by it, and that's the answer, right? So at the end of the day, we figured out that e to the 3x cosine 2x dx is given as 1/13 e to the 3x 3 cosine 2x plus 2 sine 2x, and don't forget the plus c. The c wasn't here, but you still have to put it. So that's how you do that integral.